Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and thank you so much for tuning in with me today. Now in today's video I'm going to be reviewing a full phase of brand new releases. Now not all of the products that I have in today's video are brand new releases. Some of them are just new to me, new to my collection. And I also realized there are quite a lot of brands that I've never featured on my channel. So today is the very first time that I'm going to be talking about a lot of these brands. And I do have to say that the products in today's video are really exciting, and I'm really happy with most of my purchases. And honestly, I'm really intrigued to know if you guys want to see more by one specific brand. So if you do see a brand that I've never talked about and you would like to see more products by them on my channel, please do drop me a comment down below and let me know. And also, if you do see a product in today's video that you may have, please do drop me a comment down below and let me know your thoughts and your feelings and your experience on the products, because I'm always really curious to know if a product has worked out the same way on you than it has on me. And in case you do enjoy these videos where I'm reviewing newly released makeup or just stuff that is new to me, why not give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also ring the bell in order to get notified about my upcoming content. You guys know that is always very much appreciated. So none of this is going to be a first impressions. I have already played around with all of these products prior to actually filming today's video, because I really just want to wrap my head around a product, try it out before I'm actually, featuring it on my channel. But yeah, the lineup for today's video is really astonishing. It's really exciting, and we are going to be creating this really stunning look with all of these brand new releases and with some of these new products to me. So I would say, without no further ado, let's just go barefaced and let's start reviewing the very first product. Alright you guys, so I'm barefaced right now, so I do want to start off with the primer and the foundation. We are basically going to apply the KVD primer and the foundation because those are the newest additions to my collection and they are also new releases. But I don't want to sound like a broken record because I did dedicate an entire video to these products. I'm gonna link it in my description box below. I'm also gonna put it up here in the cards. But just rest assured, I did go into depth about these products in that video, and I also did a wear test. And I would highly suggest, if you're interested in these two products, to actually check it out, because was kind of like a surprising sort of result. So I'm going to start off with the primer, and that is the KVD Beauty Lock It Pore Refining Primer, and this retails for $43. So my opinion on this primer has not changed since that video, because I'm not the biggest fan of this, to be honest with you. I feel like they really did push the pore refining element so hard, and it's not really giving me any pore refining. So the result of this is just not there, and it's also quite overpriced. Nonetheless, I'm still going to apply it because it's the newest primer in my collection. I don't even think this was like a new release or anything. It's kind of like a white sort of jelly consistency. It's hydrating and everything, but I don't really think it's that pore refining. It's not a bad product, but just not the biggest fan, and I wish for the price point it would have given me more of that pore refining result, to be honest with you. I mean, it's a very hydrating primer. It's not that blurring, and I don't feel like that my pores are necessarily smoothened out that much or blurred out that much, It's also kind of giving me a little bit of a glow just because it's such a hydrating product. It's not my favorite one. It's not the worst I've ever tried. I mean, it does sink into the skin. It's not like a tacky or a gripping effect. But I'm really not, like, for the price point, I'm really not, overwhelmed by this product. Really not. So the primer is applied, so let's actually move on to the foundation. And this is the KVD Good Apple Full Coverage Serum Foundation. This retails for $53. Again, I do have a video if you would like to see it. Today I'm not gonna spend too much time on this. I just kind of want to apply it, and then move on to the products that I really want to review. Just in case you have not watched the video about this foundation, I still feel like, it's a good foundation when it goes on, but for this product, it's all about the performance, it's all about the wear test, and that one did not exactly go the way I wanted it to go. I do like the finish once it goes on, but the finish kind of changes, the longer you wear it. So when this is gonna go on, it's really, really nice. And another thing that I do like about the foundation is the fact that it comes in a very inclusive shade range. This does come in 40 different shades. I do have the shade Light 18, which is a light with cool undertones. It's actually a really good shade match. I really do enjoy the coverage level on this. The consistency of this, it's not too lightweight, although it's described as a serum foundation. It's going to run down my finger, but I feel like it still has a little bit of creaminess to it, a little bit of body. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit on this side of my face. You'll see it's pretty light when it goes on. The very first time I applied this, I was like, oh no, I have a shade mismatch, but it does oxidize, so it's going to match me a lot better in a second. The coverage level on this is really, really good. I feel like it's pretty like medium to full on the very first layer. So let's actually blend it out, and I actually like to use a brush with this product. I feel like the coverage is so nice on this, and also the finish really beautiful. It's kind of like more of a natural finish. I don't think this is a flat matte finish or anything, and I also don't think this is dewy or glowy or shiny. I feel like it's very, very skin-like. It's just the way this wears throughout my day, where it kind of goes a little bit wrong, but when I put it on, it always looks really good. So let's do the other side as well. Alright, so the foundation is applied. I mean, I do love the fact how much coverage this has with like not that much product. The way this like looks when it goes on is quite spectacular. Again, I would highly suggest to just have a look at my video where I'm doing the wear test, because this is not going to stay like that. That's all I'm going to say. But let's actually move on to the concealer. I did leave out my under eye area a little bit because I feel like I don't really need to conceal anything on my face. I don't have any spots left to conceal. So, we are going to apply the concealer on my under eye, and this is also by a brand that is actually new to my channel. I don't think it's a brand new release. I did try out this brand about 3 years ago before they revamped their entire brand. So they got rid of all of their products and then they relaunched all of the products, So I thought to myself, why not include some of their products in today's video? And this is by Make Beauty, and it is their Skin Mimetic Concealer, and this retails for $28. So I did get my hands on some of these Make Beauty products because Revolve actually made them available on their website. And yeah, I definitely wanted to try out their concealer. I was so intrigued by it. So here it is, and oh my gosh, this packaging by Make Beauty is just A+. It's so nice. It's kind of heavy as well. So this also does come in 20 different shades. So I have this in the shade 03, which is described as a light with cool undertones shade. I almost feel like I could have gone with the medium shade, but the medium shade, for some bizarre reason, does not have a cool undertone. There is an olive tone, there is a warm tone, and there is a neutral tone, but no cool tone. So I did end up picking up the shade Light with cool undertones. It really does not crease that much. I almost feel like this is pretty crease proof. However, I just feel like it does not have enough coverage. They are saying it has medium coverage. I would say it has light coverage. It is buildable, so I end up using quite a lot of product to actually achieve the coverage level that I need for my under eyes. It also comes with a doe foot. It has this like more teardrop shaped sort of doe foot on it. It's a really nice concealer. I like it. I just feel like it gets a little bit messy around here, and I haven't used it that much. I probably have used this about 5 times thus far. So I do need to apply this, quite generously. Okay, so let's blend this out with a sponge. It is really hydrating, but it's not like the most sort of like coverage I've ever seen in a concealer. So I have to apply another layer of this. It's also one of these formulas that does not really settle into any fine lines, so you can definitely build this one up, but I just feel like I end up using quite a lot of product with this concealer. So I'm just going to apply a little bit more to the other side, and probably I have to build that side up as well. I just wish it had a little bit more coverage, and then it would be quite a perfect sort of more radiant, hydrating concealer. Alright, so let's actually set my face with a powder. Now, this is not necessarily a brand new release, but it's also one of the powders that is newer to my collection. This powder is so stunning. I really have enjoyed it since I've got it. And this is the Jane Iredale Pure Matte Finish Powder, and this retails for $36. So the refill pan is actually $36, but it does come without a case, so you have to buy the case separately. And I think the case is like $20, which makes this powder kind of expensive. I honestly wish they would not do that. I wish they would just literally give this powder a casing straight away, but here it is. This is such an amazing, stunning face powder. It's so beautiful. It looks a little bit pigmented, but I do feel like it does not really have that much coverage, and this pigmentation also does not really show up on my skin at all. This is almost also kind of blurring, you know. It really sets your makeup into place, and I just think this is one of the most stunning powders that I have tried out lately. It's really, really good. I'm gonna apply this powder on my under eye, and then we'll do the rest of my face, but I just love this. This is such a stunning, beautiful powder. So just look at this. This is the side now where I did apply the powder, and this is the side without the powder. I feel like this powder makes a huge difference. Every time I'm using this, I'm like, I love this powder. I just really, really do adore this. So I definitely did want to put it in today's video as well, because it's just so, so good. Alright, so I'm gonna get rid of the clips, and for the powder to actually be mattifying, I do feel like it's not cakey. So my base is on, so let's actually move on to some color complexion products, and let's kick it off with the bronzer. So the bronzer is also going to be by Make Beauty. As I said, you know, this is the very first time that I was able to pick these products up, so I thought, why not actually try out their powder bronzer? So this is the Make Beauty Skin Mimetic Micro Suede Bronzer, and this retails for $32. Again, Make Beauty, and the packaging here, it's such a luxe packaging, and the good thing is also that this packaging is refillable. So you can actually buy a refill for $20. This bronzer comes in 6 different shades. I have this one in the 3rd lightest shade, which is the shade Dune. The shade Dune is described as a medium shade, neutral with a balance of warm and cool tones, soft matte finish. I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is going to be too deep, but it's not. I feel like Make Beauty makes such a stunning powder formula. This bronzer is literally one of my favorite bronzers of all time. It is so, so nice. I'm so glad I actually picked this one up. I feel like this one still has a little bit of warmth to it though. It's not completely like super neutral. I have some other bronzers that are a little bit more neutral than this one, but it's such a good shade. And their powders, they are so like silky and smooth, and they blend out like a dream. And thankfully this is also not too pigmented, so I can definitely build this one up. I can blend it out, works beautiful. I'm really impressed by this product. So let's actually apply this, and let's bronze up my face. I mean, this bronzer is so smooth. It just blends out like a dream. I really love the shade. I don't think it's too neutral. I feel like it definitely has a little bit of warmth to it. I really was not sure what to expect with this powder, but I just love it. I really do like it. It's so like seamless, you know. It just almost looks like airbrush. So bronzer is applied, so let's actually move on to the blush. Now in terms of blushes, I actually have a newly released blush, a cream blush, and I also do have a powder blush. Now, I kind of want to stay with the powders today, but I did film some B-roll footage of me using this newly released cream blush, so I would say let's actually kick it off with that one. So this is by the NASA Myrix, and it's a Yummy Skin Blurring Balm Powder blush, and it retails for $25. So I find it a little bit strange that this product is described as a balm powder. I mean, it's a cream blush, okay? It's not like a powder. It has nothing to do with a powder. I feel like she gave it that name just because maybe of the finish, like it looks like a powder, not like a cream. So she actually did release this product in 7 different shades. I have the shade Rosé and Brunch, and it's described as a neutral rosy pink. Here it is. It's a really stunning color. However, one thing you should really take into consideration if you buy from the NASA Myrix is the fact that these products are always highly, highly, highly pigmented. So to be honest with you, don't go crazy with this cream. With this, you want to use, if you have my kind of skin tone, you definitely want to go in sparingly with this product. Now, I feel like it blends out beautiful. The pigmentation is really, really there. I don't really think it looks like powder on me though. It's not like the most radiant, the most glowy sort of finish. However, I did end up like putting a little bit of powder over this product. But what I like about this blush in particular is the fact that this one is there to stay. My skin does not eat this formula up. Like at the end of my day, this blush is still very present. And I love that. I really do enjoy that because most cream blushes, like, they fade away so quickly, you know. It really just kind of put me off of purchasing more cream blushes, but this formula is definitely top notch when it comes to the wear time. It's not like this more like dusty sort of neutral shade as described. I feel like on my skin tone, this is very like pinky, but it's beautiful in the way it wears. It's beautiful in the way that this blends out. So a really stunning product. However, I don't feel like I want to apply it today necessarily. I kind of want to go in with the powder blush that I was teasing, and that one is also by Make Beauty. So this is the Make Beauty Skin Mimetic Micro Suede Blush, and it retails for $28. So you can also purchase a refill for this product for $18, but again, stunning, stunning packaging. Looks really like high quality packaging. So this one actually does come in 10 different shades. I just want to say this does not have a lot of product. A bronzer is significantly like bigger than the blush, and the bronzer has 7.57 grams, so 0.26 ounces, and this one only has 2.83 grams, so 0.10 ounces. So that's a huge, huge difference, and the price, you know, is not that different, so I'm just saying. The blush is a little bit more expensive. These shades are so beautiful. I picked up the shade Mystic Mauve. I love a good mauve blush. It's so beautiful. It's like this dusty, sort of neutral mauve. So this has a matte finish as well. It's not glowy, it's not radiant in any way. But this is really what I kind of like. I really like my sort of matte finish powder blushes. And this is also not too pigmented, so you can definitely build this one up. And it just has this, again, this beautiful sort of silky kind of powder formula. So let's apply this to my face. I really do enjoy this color. I feel like it is so blendable. It is also buildable. So let's actually move on and let's apply a highlighter. Now for the highlighters, I really did not want to pick up like another cream highlighter or a liquid highlighter. I really wanted to pick up like a new powder highlighter. And there was really not that much that I wanted to try out. And even this brand, I've got to be honest, I really was never that intrigued by the brand, but I was just always intrigued by this highlighter for some bizarre reason. So we are going to be talking about Ariana Grande's makeup brand, REM Beauty. So they are now available at Sephora. And, you know, none of their products really just like intrigued me that much. But when I saw the highlighter, I was like, if I do want to try out a product by her, it would definitely be that highlighter. I don't know what it is, it might just be the packaging or something, but I really just gave it a go. You know, I just kind of like picked it up and I tried it out. This one probably has been around for a hot minute, so it's not necessarily a new release, but it's new to my collection. So this is the REM Beauty Interstellar Highlighter, and this retails for $22. So the packaging actually looks really lovely. Like, I was a little bit surprised when I got the packaging. It looks like good quality packaging. And the shade that I have actually is the shade Miss Mercury, which is described as a warm champagne. This comes in 10 different shades. And I've got to say, this minty sort of shade that she carries really intrigues me. I kind of want to try that one out. But, you know, I wanted to try out a more kind of like subtle shade in the beginning before I would like purchase like 2 shades or just that minty shade, and then it would not be good. But yeah, I just thought to myself, let's try this one out. It's actually a really stunning highlighter. It really does give you that like sort of wet look that I like so much in a highlighter. It's also not too metallic, and it's also not glittery. I don't really like any like powder highlighter that has a lot of like glitter particles, like that looks like super texture enhancing. I feel like this is very beautiful. It's not texture enhancing at all. It gives me that beautiful sort of like wet look, and I love it. I really do like it. So let's apply it. I just love what this is doing on the tip of my nose. Like, I feel like it's so reflective, so glowy. It's just a perfect sort of highlighter formula. It's really, really lovely and stunning. And I also feel like this one is also not breaking your bank at $22. I mean, it's kind of like an okay pricing for the quality of the product, to be honest with you. It's really, really nice. So do let me know if you're interested in this or not. Alright, you guys, so my complexion is all done. So let's move on to the next category. Let's move on to the eyes. Now, in terms of eye products, I actually did pick up a brand new eyebrow pencil. You guys know I've been on the hunt for a good eyebrow pencil. And to be honest, since the Item Beauty Brow Gel was discontinued, I was struggling. I was really struggling. I was not 100% like satisfied with any of the products that I was trying out. Although my Lawless brow pencil is good, you know, I just could not stop looking for something that was kind of similar to my brow gel pencil. And guess what? I found it. I found it, and this is also a brand that I've never talked about, and you guys have to let me know if you're interested in me picking up more by this brand, because this eyebrow pencil is fantastic. And this is also a celebrity brand. Like, again, I feel like there are quite a lot of like celebrity brand products that I have in today's video, but this is no other than Halsey's brand. So this is the About Face Brow Artist Longwear Eyebrow Pencil, and this retails for $16. I also was looking for a brow pencil that would not break the bank, and I feel like I really found it with this product. This one also comes in 8 different shades. I have the shade 6, which is described as chocolate brown. Now the shade ash brown that I actually wanted to pick up was sold out, so I was just like, let's just, you know, try chocolate brown. It's also one of these triangle shaped pencils. So it also comes with this sort of like green neon spoolie on one side, and then the pencil is on the other side. I really do enjoy the spoolie. The spoolie is great. It does not scratch or anything. It's really nice. And this pencil is just stunning. So I'm going to fill in one side of my brows so you can see what this is actually doing. Just look at that difference. I feel like my brows are alive now and they are filled in. This looks so stunning. What I love about this pencil is that the pigment actually grips onto my skin and it stays in place. I really do enjoy that. This is just such a crazy difference. So let's do it on the other side as well. I really just want my eyebrow pencil to fill in my brows and for the pigment to actually stick to my skin and not be like runny or anything. And I think this is one of the best pencil I've tried in such a long time since the Item Beauty one. It's amazing, it's fantastic. And please do let me know if you do want to see more about face products on my channel. I mean, this is quite an affordable celebrity brand, so I'm happy to do that. But from this affordable celebrity brand, we are going to move on to a very kind of like expensive celebrity brand. But before we are doing that, I feel like I do want to apply a little bit of eye primer. So I'm going to use my Kaleidos Tone Activator Eye Primer. I really love this eye primer. So I'm just going to quickly apply that and then I'll be back with those new eye products that I got. Alright, so for today I actually do have two different sort of eye products that I could use. Both of them are brand new releases. However, I do feel like I do want to play around with the eyeshadow palette versus this product, but I definitely did film some footage so I can show you how this actually worked out for me. So this is by Victoria Beckham Beauty and this is her brand new eyewear eyeshadow stick and one of them retails for $34. So these sticks are also described as a long wear crease-proof eyeshadow stick. So she actually dropped 7 different shades. I actually picked this one up in the shade Pecan, which is described as a matte deep brown, and the shade Oyster, a shimmery pearl. So she has 2 different finishes. She has a matte finish and she also has a shimmery finish depending on what color you're choosing. So here are the sticks. So on the website they are described as a clean, pigment-rich, ultra creamy buildable eyeshadow stick with waterproof wear that lasts up to 8 hours. So glides on easy, tug-free application and blends seamlessly. Buildable color in a supremely creamy formula. Sets for ultra long wear, crease-proof, fade-proof wear. No base, brush or touch-ups required. I am actually a fan of this, but there are a couple of things that are stated on the website that are not really that accurate when it comes to what these products actually are. So let's actually start with the things that I would kind of disagree with. And that would be the supremely creamy formula. I don't think these are very creamy. I honestly felt like these sat down so quickly that it was very difficult to actually blend them out. Now, I went with the stick straight onto my eyes and I tried to blend them out. They did blend out a little bit, but what I realized was, oh man, they dry down really quick. So I don't think they are very creamy in that sense. They almost reminded me of the Danessa Myricks Color Fix liquid eyeshadows in a way, because those also just kind of like, once they are set, they're set and you can't move them. So they are really not like, for example, the Grassa Skin eyeshadow creams. I feel like those, you can blend them out. They don't dry down too quickly. But with this formula, oh my gosh, this was kind of hard to blend out. I mean, they are super pigmented and you can definitely build these ones up, so that's accurate. And I also feel like, you know, because I went with the stick straight onto my eye, if I would want to blend them out a little bit more, if I would like to diffuse them a little bit more, I think it would be a better idea to actually pick them up with a brush from the stick instead of going in straight with the stick, because I did that for my lower lash line and I felt like the blend was a little bit easier when I did it that way. I actually picked up the shade Pecan and the shade Oyster just because I never reach for products like these unless, you know, I don't have the time. And if I don't have the time, it just tells me like I do want to wear something that looks very sort of, I don't want to say boring, but something that is not too complicated and kind of fuss-free and something neutral. So I did pick up the shade Pecan and I also wanted to try out one of her shimmer shades. And that shade Oyster, oh my god, it's so pretty. I mean, it's nothing like an eyeshadow powder, where you could have that multi-dimension sort of like sparkle in it. I feel like if you want that, you'd be better off picking up one of her lid lusters, you know. These lid lusters are a little bit more intense when it comes to the sparkly effect. I feel like these are very subtle when it comes to the shimmer. Another thing that is definitely true is the fact that these don't crease. They did not crease on me. And another claim that is true is that these are waterproof. Like, if you want to go swimming with these, go ahead. They are not going to go anywhere, because I actually tested it out. I mean, I did not go swimming, but I literally poured water when I tried to remove my makeup. I was like, let's actually try this. So I literally poured water on my eyelid and I was rubbing around, and it did not go anywhere. You really have to use like a makeup remover, because this did not move with water whatsoever. So that claim is definitely true. These are waterproof. So kind of great if it would be a rainy day outside and, you know, you forgot your umbrella. These are amazing. They're really, really good in that sense that they are very long wearing. These won't crease. So another thing that you can definitely do with these is you can use her lid lusters and put them on top of it. Like, that's not a problem at all. These products work perfectly in harmony with each other. I actually used a little bit of the shade Chiffon, and I just tried to top it off a little bit with that shade, because I feel like that lid luster shade in particular is definitely more of a topper shade, and it looked stunning. I really liked my final result with these eyeshadow sticks. I wish they would be a little bit more creamy and a little bit more flexible so that I could blend them out and feather them out a little bit more. That being said, let's actually move on to an eyeshadow palette, and I cannot wait to actually show you this one in particular. This is also an indie brand from England, and they have recently released this really, really stunning eyeshadow palette, and I just really wanted to have it. I really, really wanted to try it out, and I'm so glad I did. So this is by the brand Cosmic Brushes, and this is their Muse palette, and it retails for $23. So for today, I really wanted to play a little bit with this magical eyeshadow palette. It is just absolutely beautiful. And guess what? When this was released, I tried to actually get it on the release date, but it was sold out after 2 minutes. Like, it was in my basket and I was not able to check out anymore. So I had to actually wait until it was restocked, and currently it's also sold out, but it's going to be restocked again. This is going to be a permanent item. At this point, you know, all of her palettes are sold out. They also have 2 other eyeshadow palettes, but this one just spoke to me personally the most. Her Serenity palette is also really beautiful. But this one, oh my gosh, it's so stunning. And this year, I really wanted to try out a lot more indie brands, a lot more fun eyeshadow palettes. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but I'm posting a bunch of eye looks with different eyeshadow palettes on my short tabs. I'm promising you, I'm going to actually make a video on my recent eyeshadow palette purchases, where I'm going to rank all of my recent eyeshadow palettes. Let's actually have a look at this. It is so beautiful. This has 20 different shades, and this retails for $23, you guys. This is a really affordable sort of price point, considering how great the quality of this eyeshadow palette is. And that's also why it's constantly sold out, because it's just such a good quality. So I'm going to show you a close-up of how this actually looks inside. Let's just have a look at this beautiful color story here. I mean, you have all of these beautiful sort of like more neutral colors, but then you have also these pops of green, some pastel colors. The shimmer formula is like no other formula ever. They are so buttery and creamy, highly pigmented. I really just want to get my hands on this, because this is so unique. Yesterday I also created such a beautiful look with some of these green shades here and with the red, and I can tell you, you guys, this look was fantastic. So just keep an eye out on my shorts tab, because I'm going to be uploading my looks on there. I mean, the possibilities are endless when you look at this color story. You know, I could do so much with this. You know, let's play around a little bit with the shades and let's see where it's going to lead me. I don't really have a plan. So yeah, let's just hop in with that shade Haze. I feel like this is a very sort of like creamy, neutral, sort of beige color. And it's kind of good as a base as well. These blend out so beautifully. I really feel like this matte formula is top notch. So I'm going to continue with the shade Fig, this one right here. And I'm just going to use that to deepen out the outer corner of my crease and give this look a little bit of dimension. This is also the deepest shade in the entire palette. So I feel like I kind of want to use the shade Softly right here. This more sort of bluish gray shade. It's quite like bright and pastel-y, so I'm just going to put that into the inner corner section right here a little bit. I really love the combination of these three colors together. Like, this is such a beautiful sort of soft gray, blue, really interesting. Okay, so for my lower lash line, I'm gonna just use my Victoria Beckham Satin Color Liner in Cocoa. So I'm gonna use the same shades for my lower lash line that I did on my outer crease right here. I'm gonna use the shade Haze first, and then I'm gonna deepen it up a little bit with the shade Fig. So in terms of shimmer shades, I do feel like I kind of want to keep my eyelids really, really light today. So I do feel like I kind of want to dip into the shade Antique and then maybe also use a little bit of this beautiful sort of iridescent shade right here. So I'm going to use my fingers to apply them and then I'm going to brush them out with a brush. But yeah, on the website it also says if you do want like maximum impact with these shimmers, you should use your fingers. They are so kind of like creamy and buttery, not too putty though. They still have a little bit of powder consistency. Look at that shift. It's like a green, purple, pink, sort of white shift. So I'm going to use this shade all over my lids and then I'm going to highlight it a little bit with the shade Luster right here. The shade is so stunning. It definitely has more of like a pink sort of base with like a green shift, and on your finger it almost looks like a silver pink sort of green. Again, this is such a stunning formula. Alright, and then as a finishing touch, I do want to dip into the shade Luster, this white sort of iridescent shimmer shade. I kind of want to put it into my inner corner and also maybe highlight my brow bone with this. Alright, so this iridescent is very, very pink. So I wish it would be a little bit more sort of white, but yeah, it's straight up sort of like an iridescent pink. So I'm just going to quickly use the REM Beauty highlighter to highlight my brow bone, and then my eye look is done and we can move on to the mascara. I mean, you guys, this eyeshadow palette, I am in love with this. I feel like this look is so stunning. These mattes are so buttery, creamy, buildable. They blend out like a dream. And the shimmer formula is kind of like creamy to the touch, a little bit more buttery without creasing. And if you do want to see me using this palette and creating more looks with it, please have a look out at my shorts tab here on YouTube, because that's where I'm going to be posting the looks. Let's move on from this stunning palette to the mascara. And this is the Make Beauty Lash Prototype Volumizing Mascara, and this retails for $26. I've tried this out a couple of times and I definitely do have my thoughts on it. So this has a traditional sort of bristle brush. It's a volumizing mascara. Usually I do prefer lengthening mascaras, but this is the only mascara that they had. The formula is actually great because it does not smudge, it does not flake off. So in a way, the formula is really spot on. The only thing is, I really wish this mascara would be a little bit more lengthening, because I feel like that's the only thing that it's lacking to be a perfect mascara. So I'm gonna curl my lashes, apply it on one side, and then you can see the difference. It definitely has added a lot of volume though, but I don't really need that much volume, you know. I'm not somebody who's always after a volumizing mascara. I always go for the lengthening ones. But yeah, let's also do the other side. Definitely do feel like this is more like a wet formula versus a dry formula. It is very, very black. And it's also very easy actually to apply. I really enjoyed it, you know. I just wish it would be a little bit more lengthening, but it's a really good, solid formula. We are going to move on with a lip pencil, and it's a brand new release. So this is by RMS Beauty, and it's their Go Nude lip pencil, and this retails for $22. So RMS has recently just launched new lip liners. I don't think they ever had lip liners, correct me if I'm wrong, I have no idea. I also have their lip sort of gloss for later. So I picked up a shade that would actually match that shade. This comes in 7 different shades, and I did go with the shade Nighttime Nude. Now this is a really long, big pencil, and it also comes with this sharpener, which I really do appreciate. This comes with a brush on one side, and here is the pencil. I mean, it's one of these wooden sort of pencils. I really love this shade. This shade is actually described as a tawny port. To me, it's kind of almost like a dusty brown mauve. So the formula on this one is not as creamy as, for example, my Lawless lip liner. I really do enjoy these Lawless lip liners quite a lot. This is a little bit more stiff. It's not like one of these stiff lip pencils where you would like literally drag your lips around or anything like that. You're not gonna hurt your lips. So I'm gonna apply it, and then I'm not sure if I wanna use the brush on here. This really just angled shape of brush does not work that well with my lip shape. So I do prefer my Scott Barnes lip brush a little bit more because it's perfect for my lip shape. So I might just use this one instead of the one that is on here. It still blends out nicely. I really do enjoy this color so much, and these colors by RMS, they are really, really stunning. I really like it. So I thought, you know, let's just stay with RMS. So I also have their new lip gloss formula. So this is the RMS Beauty Lip Lights Cream Lip Gloss, and this retails for $28. So the pencils do come in 7 shades, and so does this product right here. I have this in the shade Rumor, and that one is described, I think, as a dusty mauve. It is such a beautiful, beautiful shade. The packaging to me is a little bit annoying, especially when I'm on the go. I always have to use my fingers, or I have to bring a lip brush with me, because this does not come with any applicator. I think it's a little bit annoying. Also, it's a little bit hard to know how much product you actually want to squeeze out. I'm not the biggest fan of this packaging, to be honest with you guys. I know you can recycle this, and I know they did that, so you're able to actually squeeze out, you know, all of the product. But then again, in terms of practicality, not quite there, okay? The formula is also not like one of these like really highly reflective, glossy sort of lip glosses. It's more like a hybrid in between a balm and a gloss. I feel like it does have a little bit of shine, but it's not like extreme shine. But what I really love about this is the fact that the shade is so stunning. The shade, it's such a beautiful shade. It's like a little bit deeper than the packaging. I'm so glad it does not look like this color right here. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm gonna apply it with my brush. This color, oh my gosh. Every time I'm wearing this, I'm just like, I love this shade so, so much. I love this beautiful, dusty, mauve brown color. And now looking at this color in combination with my eyeshadow, I feel like this look really does match. But alright, you guys, that's pretty much it. I mean, I really did enjoy like trying out some of these brand new releases, and then also playing around with some of these new additions to my collection. So please don't forget to drop me a comment down below and letting me know what brands you would like to see featured a little bit more on my channel. And in case you've tried out any of the products from today's video, please drop me a comment and let me know how your experience was with them. I'm always really intrigued to know. And if you found this video helpful or you just enjoyed it, why not give it a thumbs up? Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, ring the bell in order to get notified about my upcoming videos. So until next time, please do take care. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.